Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? YouTube's Jay. We're back with another Derby Days. Galicia? I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but I'm sure Copa 90 will obviously do their thing. Eli will tell us how to pronounce it properly. But we're kind of cleaning up the last of the Derby Day videos and the reactions to those, and then I'm going to kind of transition back over to some of the other reactions that a lot of you have suggested that I still have not conquered yet fully. So expect this week for us to kind of dive back into our usual reacting to more players and stuff. But I do want to finish out some of these Derby Day videos. So let's get to it. I want you guys to know it is currently 3:30 a.m. while I'm watching this. I just finished editing another video, watched Super Bowl earlier. Thank God I discovered actual football, because I cannot believe I've lived my entire life watching a sport where 80% of the content is just advertisements. I don't know how I've done that this whole time, but thank God I found football. Anyway, let's get to it.
Corner of Spain. Besides the people who live like no one else.
Along the sea.
You share a football rivalry like no one else. This is Derby Days, Galicia.
Excuse me? Galicia? Galicia?
This is Derby Days, Galicia.
Galicia. Galicia. Galicia. The C is pronounced with a C, sort of like Barca. Galicia.
When you think of Spain, you probably don't think of anything quite like Galicia.
Galicia's definitely got something a touch more mysterious than the rest of Spain.
Oh?
Tucked away in the northwest of the country, this is arguably Spain's most unique region, a fascinatingly mysterious part of the world where the sun doesn't usually shine and everything comes back to the sea.
Another seafaring city.
The beach is key of our life, is our soul.
The lifeblood of Galicia has traditionally always been the sea.
We don't understand our life without the sea.
No tiene nada que ver con lo que
The image of people of Spain around the world.
La imagen de España. This is Galicia. No hay baile, no hay toreros, no ole, ole,
no bullfighters, no ole.
And what about Moriña?
La morriña. La morriña la tienen todos los gallegos.
Morriña es que sientes, la echas de menos.
Mariña.
It feels wet and damp.
You would see rain every day from September to May, non-stop.
And it's these powerful surrounding elements from sea to sky that has carved out a part of Spain where the people live their lives very differently to the rest of the country.
The weather defines us, always hesitating. They ask if it's going to rain, if there will be sun.
There's the famous line that says that when you meet a Galician on the stairs, you don't know if they're going up or going down, because Galicians kind of don't give you a straight answer.
A ver las alas. Ahí está. What does it mean? Yes, it means no, it means maybe.
It means maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe.
¿Cómo estás?
Maybe, maybe,
bueno.
maybe.
No, ni bien ni mal. Bueno.
The rain affects the culture, the humor, how we are.
You guys are crazy. Why are you so crazy?
Live crab?
Ven aquí, come here, please.
We had a lot of things that can explain a different identity. For example, language. We speak Spanish and we speak Gallego, the language of Galicia. It's very similar to Portuguese. The most famous food in Spain is the Galician food.
Número 1 y el resto es de 5 para abajo.
Pulpa la gallego, pulpa feira.
Es maravilla, maravilla
I've
de
never had
Galicia.
octopus before.
The music is important.
I love techno music.
We are working class town. The young people be more rebel.
Yeah, Movida Viguesa is like a cultural movement made in Vigo. Basically rock and roll.
And then, of course, there's Galicia's even darker side.
The dead in Galicia is very important because we mix with our culture.
No es un tema tabú como puede ser en otras culturas. Aquí es algo trivial.
Santa Compaña is a Galician myth. It's the souls that they are walking around in the forest of Galicia. If you see them, you die and you join them. Hey, no,
What
don't talk
the
about
hell?
that. Don't talk
they
about
actually
that.
take it seriously.
Yeah, of course. No joke about that.
If it's not the procession of ghosts, then it's the legend of the brujas.
This kind of idea of there being witches or wizards, and myths matter even when they're myths.
Do you believe it? Yo, a ver las señas.
If it's not the legend of the
Maybe,
broadcast, then
maybe.
it's the history of mafia in the region.
In the 80s and the 90s, we have narco culture, about drug dealers, about families.
In Galicia.
In Galicia, yeah.
Mafia.
Colombians group, they produce the cocaine, and Galicia is the place where they introduce the cocaine in Europe.
At least half of the cocaine that came into Europe came through Vigo.
They use the coast because the coast is very dangerous, it's very complicated. When you work about cocaine,
People were missing, yeah.
soon or later, burn bodies, shootings, the violence appear. And Galicia is not the exception.
If it's not the history of mafia, then it's the way they revere the percebeiros.
People that risk their life take the percebe that grow up on the rocks. It's very ugly, but it's delicious.
What the hell is this? Wait, that's edible?
That coast is not for surfing. If you don't know the coast, you can't enter.
Despiste y te vas.
It's rough and it's dangerous and it forms you.
Cuando venía Lola por la grieta me pegaba en el pecho y me disparaba para allá. Pero cuando se iba la corriente otra vez, al mismo sitio me llevaba otra vez.
One of the more respectful jobs in Galicia because all the families in Galicia have at least one person who died.
Hombre, es que nosotros al ir a la mar siempre nos enfrentamos a la muerte.
You can
Dude,
see a lot
that's
of cross
metal.
on the rocks, remembering the people who died trying to catch the percebes.
That is so metal, bro. What?
But for all that makes Galicia unique, they do share one thing in common with the rest of Spain's regions, their love for their local football clubs.
In Galicia, football plays a huge part in the identification of who and what you are.
Not one conversation going on isn't about football.
La música, hay fútbol. Hay fútbol en la mar. En la muerte encuentras el fútbol.
But as we know, wherever you find a love this strong for local football clubs, you also find a very intense rivalry. And in Galicia's case, their rivalry revolves around Deportivo de La Coruña here on the north coast and Celta of Vigo on the western front. For this derby, let's begin here with the marginally bigger city boys.
I know about Celta de Vigo, yep.
Founded in 1923 as a merger of several local clubs who felt on a national level a united Galician side would far better compete, the name Celta de Vigo was coined in reference to the Celtic roots of Galicia.
I was wondering if that was going to be Celtic related because Celtic and Celta are very similar. Okay, I was wondering if that was going to be related. That's
Celta
really
de
cool to
Vigo
know.
was coined in reference to the Celtic roots of Galicia.
Cultura celta, castrecha, que vino desde Escocia y todo eso, vinieron y conquistaron Galicia.
But the name was just the beginning, as every aspect of the club was designed to represent the region. From the badge,
escudo está inspirado en algo gallego como la Cruz de Santiago.
to the kit,
Our colours are the sky blue. We took it from our flag.
to their slogan.
Y el Celta yo creo que tiene mucha más tradición, que tenemos un concepto que es afruteza.
Afruteza es un sentimiento de valentía.
We are the representatives of Galicia.
But whilst the club's aesthetics and identity may have done the region proud, well, that was about it. As Celta de Vigo never really got close to winning anything significant.
The history of Celta Vigo has not been very successful on the pitch. I've seen relegations, 2 finals of the Spanish Cup, which we lost. With a draw, we'd be in the Champions League, and we lost that game against a team that was already relegated.
That's rough.
The 96-97 season was one of their low points, where their rivals ended 4th, and Celta needed a win on the last day of the season just to survive in the league. But the result was a new manager. His name was Javier Irureta, and locals called him Cabo. All of a sudden, Celta are beating Barcelona. All of a sudden, Celta are beating Real Madrid. All of a sudden, Celta have made Europe. But then all of a sudden, Coach Cabo packed up his bags and departed. His destination, still in Galicia, only 2 hours north. So believe it or not, A Coruña.
A Coruña. Galicia's pretty big. 2 hours north, okay. Oh. Okay, so wait, let me get this straight. Galicia is another autonomous community, technically, like Asturias and Catalonia. Okay. At least that's what I'm understanding out of this. Autonomous communities are, like I said, very similar to states in the U.S., from what I've understood. That's my comparison.
Founded in 1906, Real Club Deportivo de La Coruña was created as a result.
Whoa! How the hell did he just say that? I'm just gonna look that up because that was a lot. Okay, wait. I need him to say that again. How did he say that?
Founded in 1906, Real Club Deportivo de La Coruña was created as a result of the sport exploded in popularity when a local Coruñan brought the game back from his studies in England. And just like at Celta, the Galician identity is extremely important to the club.
The slogan.
I'm sorry for pausing again. I really want to see how this is spelled, so I mentally remember how to do this, say this correctly. Okay, so Deportivo de La Coruña. Okay, and they are in the second tier in La Liga 2 or Segunda. All right, cool.
Like at Celta, the Galician identity is extremely important to the club.
The slogan of Deportivo is "We are people from sea."
Our stadium, Riazor, is the closest to the beach
in the world.
Yes.
The form of the stadium is like a ship, like a big ship that is entering in the sea.
The most Galician thing is Deportivo de La Coruña.
And just like at Celta, for most of their history, with the exception of a few cups, Deportivo La Coruña weren't really in the business of winning titles. In fact, they were actually better known for losing them.
Deportivo only need to match Barcelona's result or better it to win the league title. Barcelona have basically given up on it. Barcelona, I think they're beating Sevilla 5-3.
So La Coruña have to win their game.
So La Coruña have to win their game. It's not 1-1. Deportivo get a penalty in the last minute. They know this is their fate. Depor are going to win the league. So it should be Babetta who takes the penalty, but he doesn't want to.
He go like...
He was scared.
Yeah, of course.
Jukic doesn't really want to take it, but someone's got to do this.
And you imagine the penalty in the last minute of the last match, and if Juke scored, we won the Liga.
And everyone can see that he's going to miss.
It's too hard to watch.
And he does.
Estaba llorando delante de la televisión. It was like a trauma.
It was like a trauma, I get that, man.
Why?
Like a horror movie, you know? I remember I was crying, my father, don't cry because football, and I say, I don't cry because football, I cry because Depor.
We celebrate a lot. Yeah, the best match in our life.
But then from Celta, Jabo arrived. And just like at Celta, Jabo changed everything.
Jabo.
Within 2 years, Deportivo win La Liga.
Fue una pasada, eso fue una fiesta. Yo no fumo, pero tenía un puro así, un puro, y me lo fui fumando de aquí hasta allá.
They make the semi-finals of the Champions League.
Mujeres, saltando aquí celebrándolo. Eso, y después saltaron todos para el campo.
Within 4 years, against Real Madrid, on Real Madrid's 100th birthday.
6th of March 2002.
At the Bernabeu, Deportivo win the Copa del Rey.
One of the great images is the whole of the North Stand at Santiago Bernabeu, full of Depor fans after the game. The rest of the stadium's empty, and they're singing "Happy Birthday" to you. Now, to Real Madrid.
He may have given Vigo Eurocerta, but Irureta had given Coruña Super Depor.
Irureta. Se llama patrimonio, ¿por qué? Porque nosotros tenemos 6 trofeos y ellos tienen 0.
But these two teams never needed Irureta to create a rivalry.
Deportivo and Celta, extremely intense, like a Chelsea Millwall in the 80s.
In the 80s, I don't remember a derby with no violence.
Tenían los de Vigo aquí, los peinábamos bien,
Bottles flying.
Los peleas de 200 y 300.
People screaming.
Tenían los buses, la mitad de los buses.
Many police, so many police.
Y cuando íbamos nosotros allá, pues pasaba lo mismo.
Balaidos was shut down.
Yeah, Balaidos is a place where there are loads of alleyways, loads of little roads that go to the stadium, and it's a good setup for incidents to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we can't really say what, but...
Uy, es jodido,
Somebody get jumped.
Es demasiado. Por eso, porque no nos tragamos unos a otros.
I do want to say, for anybody that comes from a lot of these different countries, I have a P.O. box. If you guys have any cool shit you ever want to send me, it could be like a $2 pendant or something from your country. I would love to see a lot of, I would love that, honestly. I really enjoy getting gifts or like seeing bits and pieces of somebody else's home, their culture, you know? And I would happily put it up somewhere in here. This is not me saying I just want free stuff or whatever. I'm being so serious when I say that if there's ever anything you want to send me to show more of like your culture, your country, I would happily accept it without a second thought. I think all of this is so beautiful. Even the violence. The violence.
And also the players have fought.
So there's TV footage of a guy in a hooded jumper, dark glasses, in with the Celta de Vigo fans away in A Coruña. And there's footage of him actually saying to the fans, just the other side of the barrier, like this, and grabbing his crotch, going, come on, come over here, come here and kiss it. And then after a while, of course, the TV cameras realise, that's Hugo Mayo. Giving it loads. Yep, suspended, in with the fans, in with the hardcore.
So it's about identity. It's like, we are the true Galician. No, they are Portuguese because they are very to the border of Portugal. Vigo call us Turkish. No one knows why is this nickname.
But you wave Turkish flags now. I saw you had
Yeah, we are proud.
Ellos nos llaman portugués.
Call me Turkish, okay, we are Turkish.
Nosotros portugueses.
The way of delegitimizing your opponent is to remove your opponent's Galician identity.
Well, that's actually pretty interesting. So I'm sorry, I want to kind of dial back to this whole Portuguese talk. I was thinking about how they said that they're very close to the Portuguese border. Actually, wait, let me look at a map now of Spain and Portugal. I'm not going to lie to you guys. For one, I completely forgot that Portugal and Spain are on the exact same piece of land for some weird delusional reason, and has nothing to do with the American education system. I just have not looked at a map of European countries in a very, very long time. I completely forgot that this is literally on the same exact land mass as Spain. But okay, so Vigo is here and La Coruña are right here. There's Oviedo, there's Barça, there's Seville. Yeah, okay. Wow. All right, so yeah, they really are very, very close to that Portuguese border. Okay.
Nos llaman portugués.
I like having the context.
Okay, we are Turkish.
Nosotros portugueses.
The way of delegitimizing your opponent is to remove your opponent's Galician identity. And I think that what that does fundamentally is tell you how important the idea of being Galician is for both sets of fans.
And then, of course, there's the rivalry between the two cities themselves.
There's a lot of beef between the cities.
Vigo is the working city in terms of shipbuilding, in terms of industry, in terms of the ports, in terms of fishing.
Coruña is more about Inditex, it's about Zara, it's about fashion.
Mientras Vigo trabaja, A Coruña relaja.
No, I work a lot, but like sleep and it's gonna like the party.
Yet amongst this very clear divide, there actually has been moments of unity between the two cities and sets of fans, thanks to subjects that couldn't be more Galician.
We have the last example of natural disaster here. Prestige was a very big petrol ship.
81,000 tons.
Yeah.
And the coast broke it in half.
Yeah, our coast is dying, our fishermen is suffering because that.
La gente se unió sin rivalidad de ningún tipo, todos a una causa que era limpiar la costa.
All of which perhaps explains one of the most unique traditions in derby football.
We used to live like 200, 300 meters from away from the stadium.
A bit later, see.
During the derby, we opened the window and we could hear the anthem.
This is the Galician national anthem?
It's like a time break, you know? Fuck you, da, da, da. And suddenly it's the anthem of Galicia, and we are all Galicians, so we sung together. But when finished, yeah, again, fuck you.
This must be the only derby where you sing together, and as soon as that song ends, fuck you, we want to kill you.
Sí, somos distintos.
I actually love that so much because I've always thought about how it's very interesting about how a lot of these autonomous communities in Spain have these very deep-rooted and hated rivalries, but they're all a part of the same autonomous community. It kind of reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Austin FC situation that Columbus was dealing with for a while, and how FC Cincinnati came to their side and supported them during the whole like save the crew movement that was going on for the longest, right? That's kind of what that reminds me of, you know, rivalry, disliking each other, hating each other. But if there's something that involves the entirety of the state or this autonomous community, we all come together as one. I love that. That's beautiful. But I am also very happy that does not mean they don't hate each other during a football match, because it's not to hate each other. Come on, man. We know that shit. We love that. Rivalries are a thing for a reason. They feed culture.
Tenemos que tenerla porque Vigo es importante en Galicia. Coruña, oye, también.
It's like bragging rights,
Galicia
you know?
nos une, pero el fútbol nos separa.
So El Clasico, the biggest derby in the world, just happens to have fallen on Galicia's derby day today, but you wouldn't know it in the Gallego newspaper because it's 2 pages of El Clasico, a game with Messi, Ronaldo, Modric, yet the Gallego derby gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages about the smallest things. They dedicate more pages to their seafood than they do El Clasico.
I want to visit Spain so badly. Just experience things, man.
And the noise has just gone to another level. This is where the Celta fans are turning up. The cops won't even let us show you how much protection.
That is so beautiful, dude. You guys are insane, bro. I love this shit. This ain't the good way. Halftime, okay. Smashing the hell out of those burrito-looking sandwiches. Wow, this is a blowout. And Deportivo de La Coruña historically had the better record. Oh, wait a minute. 59th minute. Okay, wait. 3-1 or 1-3.
Well, in a region of the world where people are known for their indecisiveness, I don't think that derby could have been more fitting. You don't even get me started off the pitch where they needed all this police intervention before the game even started. Then before kickoff, they're singing together. They're weird, they're a strange lot, but they're proud of it. But so they should be, because in a stadium literally by the sea, full of people proudly from the sea, they create exactly what derbies should be about. Representing and celebrating both sides of the affair amongst moments of absolute madness.
Yep, I agree.
Next time on Derby Days.
Which one is this one?
Y hermanamiento que nos una.
I like red.
I will be honest, I was shocked. I saw players back in the face.
Red blood, that's what we want.
They went, you dirty dog, we cut your vote, all this. I went, I'm only joking.
Yep, this was Derby Days Mallorca. Yep. We've seen that one already. That's a very, very good one. But I gotta say, that is definitely one of the more unique Derby Day videos or rivalries that I think we've probably reacted to on this channel. And once again, shout out Copa90 for these incredible videos. Be sure to go check them out on their page. I am just a lowly content hog that likes to periodically react to, football. But I definitely think that's one of the more unique derbies we've probably seen on this channel. Again, it's nice to see that people realize at the end of the day, we are all one, but we have a very good reason to dislike one another in this very specific part of our society, because it's a representation of two different halves of this autonomous community. We got this working class side and the side that's deemed, the lazy, artistic people that thrive off of the wealth of, others, I guess, in a way. It's what they were kind of like implying with a lot of that, right? I think these are the best parts about football. I love seeing the culture and what brings people to dislike one another, when it comes to these derbies. But at the end of the day, I do love when people recognize we are still sharing the same landmass. We are still the same people, We're Galicias. I said that all wrong at the very beginning. Galicia. It's so interesting to me how that's pronounced, by the way. Galicia. Galicia. Is it Galicia? Like Galicia? Or am I hearing that more as like a T? Because it sounds like it's being said with more of a T, like a th, you know? Galicia. Maybe I just don't understand how to properly pronounce things with a Spanish-like enunciation of sorts, you know? Great video, though. Let me know what you thought about the reaction in the comments down below. Be sure to go check out the original video for Copa 90, which I will leave in the description down below. Going into the rest of this week, we'll be looking at some more player-focused content, and I do have a very unique video where I will be talking about some US-related things in terms of football, because the USL, which is our second division of sorts, I guess you could say, is trying to push to have a full tiered system specifically for themselves, where it will be more focused on promotion and relegation. So there's going to be 1, 2, and 3 different tiers within the USL system. So we'll technically, I guess in a couple of years, have 2 forms of professional football in this country, which is a little strange, but I'm here for a promotion and relegation system because I think that's the lifeblood of the sport. A lot of you have told me that. I've come to understand that fully, and from watching all of everything related to the sport, I fully understand why it's so important to it. So I'm excited about that, and I'll be sure to make a video on that. That won't be a reaction. That'll actually be me doing my first ever official piece of let's talk about this football content, and I'm kind of excited for it. So with that being said, I do want to announce one other thing. I'm going to be interviewing somebody from a company called Soccer Village, which is a family-owned business, so company's a little counterintuitive. They are one of the largest providers of authentic football kits in Ohio, and there is one within the greater Cleveland area. They've been around for almost, I think, 40 years or so, and it's where I got my Barca kit, my Columbus Crew kit. They have Real Madrid, Newcastle, Manchester United, Manchester City, PSG, and dozens of other completely authentic, like, club-related kits. I could not believe how many different kits that they had when I first walked into there about a year ago. But I'm going to be interviewing one of the managers there. He's going to be telling me about the history of the store and so forth. So that'll be a really, really fun thing to do. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of the reaction in the comments down below, and by hitting that like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, this is Jay with another football reaction. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.